claws.
No.
No, you have
If
to.
I have to have the claws, then
I'm
you
not
have to
having
have
a
the snake neck. Yes, you do.
Then it's not a
Or
neck.
snake lower half. Like your entire lower half, like a lamia. Like your entire lower half is a snake.
What is this? H2O? Just add water. I was like, come on, bro.
Unorthodox reactions, unorthodox intro. Welcome back, guys, to another unorthodox reaction.
How many times are you gonna say unorthodox in an introduction?
Unorthodox.
That's what I'm thinking.
Orthodox, unorthodox.
Boom, boom, boom.
Unorthodox is orthodox.
Orthodox is
Orthodox
unorthodox.
is the new unorthodox.
Everything is the docs.
Everything is orthodox.
Remember, there's a north in unorthodox and there's a face somewhere. ...
And there's
the
a
north
face on your screen. ...
North face. That's what we're sponsored by today. Oh, transition.
Anyway, guys, today we've got for you a TierZoo video. I think it's been a while since we did a TierZoo video.
Yeah.
Are scorpions OP? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I think they might be, actually, because
would you like to have a scorpion ability?
I would like to be as poisonous as a scorpion, yeah.
Then I'll just be as venomous as a snake.
I feel like, which one is more poisonous?
Snakes.
It depends which snake, though.
Yeah, obviously, but whichever the most.
Yeah, but it's not like all scorpions that. I feel like there would be a scorpion that's like more poisonous than a different snake, and
yeah, obviously. Like, but I think
I don't think the highest tier snake. I don't think
a lot more.
Okay, maybe way point than a scorpion.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know, because then it's like. Because it's like, what would be like the downside
when you get
actually? So it's like
poison from a snake.
For example, if you say you want to be like as poisonous as a scorpion, let's say the drawback is that like you have to have like a scorpion tail or something like that.
Yeah.
But so if you say like you want to be as poisonous as a snake,
fangs.
No, bro, snake neck.
No. You just said you have to have fangs. You just said you have to have a scorpion thing because that's exactly what they use. That's exactly what they use.
No, that's an identification of a scorpion. Like if you have the tail,
I want that. So
yeah, but then I could just say I could just say I just want the because I don't need the whole tail. I just need the little hook thing. I can just get down like one finger or something.
On the tail. Their fangs is actually the reason why they're poisonous.
No,
like it shoots out from their thing, doesn't it?
But you need the neck. The neck allows it to travel. To travel more efficiently.
That's the dumbest thing ever. You need the neck. Dude, no. That's the only ultimatum. You have to have the neck.
It lets it travel more efficiently.
I have to start doing this then. I have to be like,
exactly. Like,
no. How can I travel if I've got legs? How is that going to help me travel efficiently if I've got legs?
No,
what am I gonna do? No,
it's what allows the venom to travel more efficiently through the
That's how I'm going to walk.
And then like... Because then it's like, then at that point you might as well be a vampire. You're not a snake. You're a vampire.
No, because no.
Yes, then you have to bite them like a vampire.
Yeah, but that's what snakes do.
No.
Yeah,
you're supposed to like coil around them like a snake first, not just freaking bite their neck. That's why you need the neck.
Snakes don't do that.
Yes, they do.
Not all snakes that are venomous do that. Snakes that are venomous don't do that.
Because they can't reach you.
No, they don't.
They just kind of bite your leg.
No. I'm talking about even with the animal kills, they just bite them. Let the venom kill them, and then they come eat after.
Exactly.
So I just need to bite. That's not what vampires do. Vampires suck blood. I'm just gonna be like venom.
But I still feel like nah, because then I still feel like you can't have all the benefits without a drawback.
What's the drawback?
Drawback, the neck.
No, I'd rather take the tail than the neck.
The tail is useless. What do you need a tail for?
Well, I'm a snake, or I shed as often as snakes do.
Into what? Michael Jackson?
No, they just shed their skin and then they just get new.
Yeah, why are you shedding?
I'm just shedding my skin like humans do. I just shed and
exfoliate?
Yeah, kind of. That's the drawback. That's so, bro.
That's a terrible drawback.
I don't want to go through that.
That's a terrible drawback. I don't know.
Do that.
You got a snake neck,
dude.
Bro.
We've been waffling time. Sorry, guys.
You got a snake neck. Anyway, guys.
The video.
Without further ado, let's go right into it. I was like, where have I heard this from? It's the Elden Ring theme song. I forgot this was a recent video.
Scorpions are one of the most intimidating builds in the game. They're also one of the oldest, and have been in the game since before the devs even added the terrestrial server DLC. Their combination of powerful claws and deadly stinger create an imposing threat to anyone looking to challenge them in combat. But has their ancient strategy held up in the face of the immense power creep the game has seen? Let's take a closer look at the stats and abilities Scorpions employ, and ultimately decide where they fall on the tier list. This video was made in partnership with
Curiosity Stream.
First, their stats. The Scorpion's stats are fairly decent across the board. Nothing completely overtuned, but not really lacking in any areas other than mobility and intelligence.
Stealth is
Power
pretty
is
good.
obviously quite strong, as the Scorpion sports multiple types of damage-dealing equipment. Their claws act as potent grappling weapons, which can also deal minor crushing and slicing damage. Their Venom Sting is their ace move though, being able to one-shot most players if the move connects.
Oh, you see that sting? It was like
Their defenses are quite sturdy.
You don't need a hotel, just
a
a...
fairly standard chitin armor found in most arthropod builds. This is all they really need to be able to deflect most attacks from players within their own weight class, giving it ample time to counterattack with its piercing stinger. It gets easily crushed by larger foes, however. This armor is also crucial for avoiding passive environmental damage from things like sandstorms, which are common in the biomes Scorpion mains favor. Despite the fact that humans have a way to completely negate the Scorpion's camouflage, against most opponents, the Scorpion's stealth is quite effective. In addition to camouflage, the Scorpion's flat shape allows it to easily wedge itself into more defensible positions, and their digging ability enables them to take cover in a pinch. Which is good because stealth is basically their only option against more powerful players.
Ridiculous.
They have very little
oh,
defense
that tail was
from
gone.
builds. You'd think
But he
their
did not
potent
care
venom
about that
would make for
poison
an
at
effective
all.
deterrent against attacks. But as we'll see, this defense falls apart rather quickly when it's truly tested. Their intelligence being below average is no surprise. Intelligence builds weren't viable at all when Scorpions were first added to the game. And while it's by far the
Fish
most
is actually
power-crept
coming
stat
out
in
of
the
water.
game now,
How
back
dumb
to
are
the
you?
This
Lord
is
Vision
sliding.
expansion, intelligence
Nah, they're
as
trying.
a strategy-
Nah, they're trying to get legs. That's what they have to do. This is how
Evolve.
they managed to like walk out the sea. They kind of did it a little bit at a time.
Evolution, man.
was largely ignored, and most players didn't level it beyond the point of granting basic sensory capabilities. So with all that said, Scorpions are a solid build with a straightforward strategy and a respectable history. However, as alluded to earlier, power creep has massively undercut the viability of Scorpion builds. A good player will have very little difficulty playing around the Scorpion's strengths and exploiting its major weaknesses. So let's talk about those weaknesses. The straightforward nature of the Scorpion's strategy is great for new players to be able to learn quickly. The Scorpion's core strategy is to grapple an opponent, immobilizing them so that the Scorpion's sting attack can connect without issue. The problem is if they miss their grapple attempt.
So if you were a superhero, that's what you would be doing all the time if you were Scorpions. You'd be like,
Well, no, if you're not allowed to have your drawback, I'm not gonna have my drawback
what's your drawback?
with the tail. I
Oh,
don't
so
need
you're gonna
it.
sting.
Use it as a fingernail.
No.
So I just drive by, bro.
That makes no sense.
What you mean? What do you mean it doesn't make any sense?
Mine's
Literally, the only reason that I'll need the thing is so that I can like inject the.
No, but you have
I
to
don't
do it
need
how
the
they do
tail.
it. How they do it, which is from
They
overhead.
do it because they don't have
Overhead.
fingernails.
Exactly. No, but they okay.
Yeah, I can
but
do it from
snakes-
overhead. Just do this.
Snake.
No.
No, but I don't get it. I don't have a drawback. What's Spider-Man's drawback? Nothing.
Webs. He doesn't have. Well, actually, Tobey Maguire's one hasn't it. He can make his own web, but the other ones can't make their own web. They can only stick.
Okay.
That's their drawback.
And okay, what is Ant-Man's drawback?
I mean, he's not an actual ant, is he? He doesn't even have the power of an actual ant.
He does.
Actually, no, he does. Sorry.
Yeah.
Relax, calm down. I was gonna say that he does, but he does. He can just like strength of the. But it's not an actual ant. It's just technology that he uses. So he can technically negate any drawbacks because
Okay, so
he
why
invented
can't
the
I have
technology.
the?
You didn't invent the freaking venom. You just got it.
No, but he didn't invent ants.
Yeah, but he invented the technology to let him have the power of an ant.
Okay, so
So it's like
I
you,
don't get you.
it's
I
like
don't get you.
It's like you have no.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no.
it's like you having the chance to like invent
What's Batman's
like a
drawback?
suit to be able to like have the power of a snake and say, you know what? Let me add drawbacks, disadvantages, in it, just to humble myself. Let me add disadvantages.
What's Batman's drawback?
The fact that he has no connections to a bat whatsoever.
That's what I was thinking, you know. Why a bat? No.
I have no
Why
idea.
a bat? I don't get it.
I'm like,
Why a bat?
I don't know. Creature of
bats
night,
are
I guess.
nocturnals, or
Yeah.
but
Like,
still, like,
I don't know. I guess they just
chose
really
any
like
of
bats.
It's like
Who knows?
so much. He can't even fly.
Exactly. What other
He doesn't
qualities
stay
do bats
upside
have?
down.
It can't fly. It doesn't stay upside down.
He's got a cave, a bat cave, but like,
I mean, he
I
does.
think I still
Technically, he sleeps
on the bed.
in the daytime.
Yeah, he sleeps
but
on the
you
bed
know,
though.
he
can't
doesn't
sleep in the
he
daytime.
can't stay awake at night naturally.
He can't.
'Cause I'm pretty sure he has like to be taking pills or whatever.
Oh, you say bat's a drug addict?
I'm saying that, bro. I'm telling you, there ain't no way he can just naturally just
He's
stay
on
up
stuff
all night
He's
and then like most of the daytime without the help.
Yeah, I've
Like, what do
seen
you
him up
mean?
at daytime. I'm like, dude.
I'm like, he's up at daytime, freaking attending
Being a
events,
billionaire.
being a billionaire, and then nighttime you're like, I don't need
up.
sleep.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
go fight some
No,
people
you know
villains.
what? Where does he find the time to actually find these villains? I'm thinking, yeah, if me, and
I
you
think the
no,
obviously computers,
Yeah, I know, but if me and you were to
stuff like that.
pop out, you feel we could get some villains?
Yeah, like if you get like
Do
a
you
police
think-
scanner,
How quickly would you think it would take for us to actually be in hospital and be bedbound for like 3 days before we can then fight again? Because he'd be fighting and then he'd be going out the next day. Like he's definitely on drugs, on painkillers.
that's what I'm
He's
saying. I'm
definitely on
telling
drugs,
you.
'cause
And like,
he be getting
I think
beaten
like,
up.
his suit as well probably helps with like the whole like if he has like bruised bones or something, his suit probably kind of helps keep it like as a
Yeah,
as like
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a cast type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's
but
probably why it's kind of skin tight.
Dude.
But at the same time, it's like, how is your bones
seen
not
some of the
broken
hits he's
permanently,
taken,
bro?
and
I'm
I'm
like, you should be
dude,
dead.
you're dead.
You should
No,
be.
Batman
not even
died.
critically injured. You should be dead.
Batman died for me in the movie like 4 times.
This isn't the Batman video.
Yeah, it's not. Why do we always do this? Sorry. Okay, cool.
Alright, guys.
Sorry,
we're
guys.
gonna-
We actually
Things
went
can
to
get dicey pretty quickly. Without claws holding the target in place, the Venom Sting attack has a pretty terrible accuracy rating. It's easily dodged,
Terrible
blocked,
accuracy.
or avoided.
Hmm?
Worse
Terrible
still,
accuracy.
This stinger is not a disjointed hitbox.
Why are you putting a
It
fingernail?
can be damaged just the
No.
same as the rest of the scorpion's body.
You need the
In
tail.
fact, when dealing with a scorpion, this is the optimal strategy. Scorpion claws are fairly weak compared to other clawed arthropods. Hermit
Man,
crabs and
built
lobsters
that.
can both deal far more damage via their vice grip attacks. Scorpions rarely deal lethal damage in such a way, so if an opponent attacks and disables their stinger, it's often game over for the scorpion. Scorpions also have very little counterplay when faced with multiple opponents.
Bruh,
Right?
you
What
finna
if I
lose
did
the
it?
AoE attacks, and no means
You
of
finna
quick
lose the
escape.
chickens?
They're quickly overwhelmed from a multi-directional onslaught. Their grab attacks are also not as effective as they need to be at times, because they mostly
Yeah, 'cause
rely
I can't,
on the
like-
pointed ridges of their
That's
claws
what you're
to
gonna
maintain
have.
grip.
You have to have the
Armored
claws.
No.
No, you have
If
to.
I have to have the claws, then
I'm
you
not
have to have
having
the
a
snake
snake
neck.
neck,
Yes, you do.
Then it's not
Or
a
a
neck.
snake lower half. Like your entire lower half, like a lamia. Like your entire lower half is a snake.
What is this? H2O? Just add water. I was like, come on, bro.
that can resist being punctured by these spines can often slip right out of their grip with ease. Not that the scorpion had much hope of landing a sting against a target with high puncture resistance anyway. Now let's talk about matchups.
But isn't there a friggin' Spider-Man villain that's like Scorpion? I'm pretty sure there is.
I don't know.
But his is a suit.
First, the bad, of which there are many. The Scorpion's worst matchups are going to be builds that spec into puncture-resistant armor or venom resistance. Several mammal builds, like the shrew and mongoose, opt for venom resistance solely for the
Is that
purpose
not
of
America?
subverting the Scorpion's defenses, which makes this a borderline unwinnable matchup. The round shape of beetle armor is perfect for deflecting sting
Oh
attacks,
my God.
and extremely difficult to secure via grappling.
Uh-huh.
Beetles tend to also be fairly lacking in their offensive stats, so it is rare to actually be defeated by one. But as a hunting target, they present quite a challenge. Ants obviously must be avoided at all costs, as scorpions have no outs against a swarming attack.
Bro, they are killing him.
Birds have high accuracy on their pecking attacks and are often quite good at targeting their stingers. Their quick movement presents very little opportunity for counterattack, making this a tough matchup.
They
Certainly
can't
not
be OP
impossible,
then.
though, as one hit from the stinger is likely enough to KO any bird, and their feathers provide zero puncture resistance. Reptiles are kind of a toss-up. An attack from a lizard or snake is usually powerful enough to deal heavy damage through the scorpion's armor. However, these attacks usually present ample opportunity for a stinging counterattack too. If it connects, it may one-shot the reptile, but not before it has already dealt potentially lethal damage anyway.
Can't land a
Steel
hit.
armor is also somewhat puncture resistant, so this, combined with the sting's low accuracy, means these fights tend to favor the reptile. For
That would
good
how
matchups,
I would wrap
scorpions are
you.
actually quite effective against spiders. They lack strong armor and need to get in close to deliver their own lethal strike, presenting lots of opportunity for counterattacks. Their webbing
GG.
is of course a threat, but it's difficult for a spider to web down all 3 weapons, especially since the claws can slice through silk. Scorpions are also fairly decent at defending themselves from mammals like cats and dogs, as their claws cannot do much damage against the scorpion's armor, but the scorpion can easily counterattack for lethal if the mammal gets too careless. There are a few abilities I think could turn scorpions into a top-tier threat.
What?
A more versatile grappling option would
A
be a
more
solid
accurate
start. Their claws struggle to secure opponents with puncture resistance or round shape, both of which are fairly abundant in the current meta. But there are plenty of other grappling techniques they could spec into instead of pincher claws. The Velvet Worm's glue spray attack could work well to immobilize prey, though this might not be super effective when trying to pin a player to a sandy surface. They could spec into the sort of tether grab attack like the Chameleon uses, though this requires a level of precision and accuracy that I don't think the Scorpion's current perception perks can quite support. Scorpions could really benefit from catching up to the other arthropods who run the Compound Eyes perk, as this would really help alleviate their accuracy problem. One strat I think would work really well would be to min-max for the burrowing playstyle a bit more deliberately. The Antlion's playstyle of building a trap could be really effective, and the Scorpion is already fairly decent at digging holes. The added protection of staying out of sight would help against some of their worst matchups too.
Really good.
As they are now though, to be honest, I do think Scorpions have been power crept pretty hard, and that their glory days of being a top meta threat are long gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that OP.
Their powerful grab sting death combo is still quite powerful, but their strategy is too easily subverted to make a dent in high level play. I place them firmly in D tier on the tier list.
Fair enough.
Nonetheless, Scorpions are a fascinating build that I do hope eventually get buffed. If you'd like to learn more about Scorpions, there's an excellent documentary I can recommend called Animal Armor. It's part of a series called Nature's Fight Club.
I don't want to watch the documentary. Do you want to watch the documentary?
I watch documentaries from time to time. I think I have curiosity to see this stream as well.
I think we've spoken a lot in this video.
No, I think I have curiosity to see the stream as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think Scorpions
you
are
want to
OP.
carry on speaking.
I mean, we have to give our review outro, whatever summary.
I think they
that's the
know
word.
what we're thinking.
No, you have to say it.
They're decent.
They're balanced, but they're not OP.
They're not balanced.
They are balanced in terms of like the whole animal, but in terms of them surviving their survival.
Maybe
they're balanced. They have ways of surviving with their stinger and the claws and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
But they're not OP.
They're not by any means. I can rap one.
And on that note,
do you not think I could take a Scorpion
barehanded?
Hell yeah. Dude,
on that
you grab the stinger like this, and you grab the Scorpion, and it's GG. What?
I mean,
it's stronger than me.
You
so
say that, which it's an effective strategy, but how easy is that going to be to do?
If I got shoes on, step on the head of the Scorpion, it's gonna it's gonna miss because it's dead. Then I grab the tail, then I grab it.
Okay.
GG.
Yeah. I can't say if that's a good strategy. I don't know Scorpion, so I can't actually say if that would work or not. If someone knows, let us know in the comments, I guess. But
exactly. But this has been a reaction.
We shall see
you.
If
you're still watching, we appreciate you. If you left early, we still appreciate you. Thank you, and stay blessed.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all the good stuff. Comment, reaction, suggestions below, and we shall see you
in the next one.
In a bit.
Peace.